Hi, I'm Megan Baker. Townsend Leather has asked me to introduce Townsend Leather with SCOTCHGARD Protector from 3M. Today we are taking our performance leather technology to the next level, and we want to make sure you have all the information you need to explain it to your clients. Townsend Leather and SCOTCHGARD Protector have teamed up to create the best performing leather on the market. We are engineering SCOTCHGARD Protector right into our leather during our manufacturing process. With this partnership, we bring to the industry the next generation of leather protection. We know our clients care about quality, performance, and beauty. Townsend Leather with SCOTCHGARD Protector provides all of this and something more: protection. Townsend Leather with SCOTCHGARD Protector provides important benefits to clients. Let me talk about a few. It resists soiling and cleans easily. It provides excellent resistance to oil and water-based stains. It increases protection against a variety of stains, including iodine, wine, ink, newsprint, coffee, and grease. It does not alter the color, natural look, breathability, and feel of leather. It extends the product lifespan as the protection is engineered in. It will not affect Townsend Leather's ability to meet flame retardance requirements. This video provides details and demonstrations to help you understand just what this means. We will demonstrate how SCOTCHGARD Protection enhances performance, how we can leverage SCOTCHGARD's reputation, and the favorable environmental record of this product. Let's start by looking at performance. Unlike other products, Townsend Leather has engineered SCOTCHGARD Protector into the manufacturing process. Townsend Leather can now offer its customers the best. Unlike other leather manufacturers, Townsend Leather with SCOTCHGARD Protector needs no reapplication. Here's how it works. We chose Nubuck for our liquid test because it's known to have a low resistance to stains. Now on my left we have a Nubuck sample with SCOTCHGARD Protector. On my right we have a Nubuck sample without SCOTCHGARD Protector. Our first test is the water test. See, when you drop water on the sample treated with SCOTCHGARD Protector, it just beads on top and does not sink in. It stays on top of the leather even after 10 seconds.
Good. Okay.
Now watch what happens when I do the same test on the sample without SCOTCHGARD Protector. See how it soaks right in? Now watch what happens when we apply salad oil or any other kind of oil to the sample with SCOTCHGARD Protector. See how it beads on top of the Nubuck and does not absorb into it? Now using our oil again, we apply it to the sample without SCOTCHGARD Protector. Watch what happens when we introduce coffee to the Nubuck sample with SCOTCHGARD Protector. See how it never really sinks in and it beads on top? When we remove the stain, coffee comes out completely. Now watch what happens when we introduce the same thing, coffee, to the Nubuck sample without SCOTCHGARD Protector. Within a few seconds, this is what happens. Here we have a sample of red wine. Watch what happens when we introduce it to the Nubuck sample with SCOTCHGARD Protector. Again, it beads on top, never sinks in. As you dab it, it comes right off. Now watch what happens when we do the same thing, again with our wine test. we introduce it to the sample without SCOTCHGARD protector. So you can see it sinks right in. As we try to remove the red wine, the leather absorbs it. For this next test, I'm going to abrade or scratch the surface of this finished leather. Again, this is treated with the SCOTCHGARD protector. Once you abrade the surface, apply red wine. Dab it. No sign of the red wine. Next, we're going to use our coffee sample. Again, apply it to the surface and watch what happens when I dab it this time. Again, it disappears. Now watch what happens when we take ink from a pen and apply it directly to the cowhide sample treated with SCOTCHGARD protector. Now you add a stain remover stick. The ink disappears completely. And we're going to do the same with the sample of cowhide that is not treated with SCOTCHGARD protector. Apply the stain stick, and we'll try to rub it off. As you can see, there's still ink left behind. So in closing, just remember the strong selling points that our new partnership with SCOTCHGARD Protector from 3M provides. 1. Townsend leather with SCOTCHGARD Protector is a high-performance product for upholstery leather, the only of its kind available for this market. 2. The engineering of SCOTCHGARD Protector into Townsend leather will not change the look, feel, or breathability of our leathers. 3. Townsend leather with SCOTCHGARD Protector keeps leather looking beautiful longer without the need to reapply a leather protector. 4. Townsend leather with SCOTCHGARD Protector contains no silicone. 5. The next generation of SCOTCHGARD Protector has a favorable environmental health and safety record with minimal to no environmental impact. Add to those points the value of the SCOTCHGARD brand with its strong name recognition and reputation for quality. When your clients are thinking about which upholstery leather to choose, Townsend leather with SCOTCHGARD Protector will keep their leather interiors looking beautiful longer. For additional information, please go to the Townsend website and download our fact sheet.